Hello everyone, this is a build guide video for the Tempest Sorcerer. This build can work as a level 12 Sorcerer, but I've found that it performs best when multi-classed with Tempest Cleric. You can start as a Sorcerer and respec into a Tempest Cleric Sorcerer at level 8. However, I'll be starting as a Cleric, following the path I've taken in my previous videos. Let's begin with level 1. For race, it's up to your preference. I personally went with Human for the shield proficiency. For Cleric subclass, pick Tempest Domain. This allows you to use your reaction to hit nearby enemies with lightning and thunder damage whenever they attack you. The default cantrips are solid, so there's no need to change them. Now for your starting stats, here's my recommendation. Strength, 8. Dexterity, 16. Constitution, 14. Intelligence, 8. Wisdom, 10. Charisma, 17. We'll boost Charisma to 18 later with Anti-Ethel's Hair. Since Sorcerer spells rely on Charisma, it's a good idea to focus on that stat. For skill proficiencies, go with whatever suits your playstyle, but make sure to take Perception. It's crucial for finding hidden areas and really helpful in solo play. At level 2, here, we'll be picking Sorcerer as our multi-class. For cantrips, pick what you like, but don't skip Minor Illusion. This one's essential for grouping up enemies, which pairs perfectly with Cleric's Create Water and Lightning spells for some big AoE damage. For spells, I recommend Enhance Leap and Feather Fall to help with early exploration. These will let you move around the map much faster, ideal for solo play. If you're in a party or prefer potions, swap them for Magic Missile and Shield instead. For the Sorcerer subclass, pick Draconic Bloodline. This gives you 1 extra HP per level and a base AC of 13, making you more durable. For your Dragon Ancestor, go with Blue, Lightning. At level 3, keep leveling Sorcerer. Take Chromatic Orb as your spell, and choose Twinned and Distant for your meta magic options. At level 4, make sure to pick Quickened for your next meta magic. For spells, choose whatever you like, but I'll be picking Knock to unlock any door. At level 5, any cantrip will work, but for spells, pick Mirror Image. It raises your AC and greatly boosts your survivability. Since scrolls for it aren't often sold by merchants, having the spell ready is a good call. For your feat, take Dual Wielder. At level 6, pick Lightning Bolt. With Lightning Bolt, you'll now be able to deal AoE lightning damage to your enemies. At level 7, level up Cleric. As a Tempest Domain Cleric, you'll gain Channel Divinity, which allows you to maximize the damage of your lightning and thunder spells once per short rest, giving a massive boost to your overall damage. For spells, pick Create Water, and feel free to switch out the others as needed. At level 8, level up Sorcerer again. At Sorcerer level 6, you'll add your Charisma modifier to your lightning damage, which further increases your damage output. Now's a good time to grab Counterspell. From level 9 to 12, continue leveling Cleric. At level 10, take the Alert feat. When your Cleric reaches level 6, you'll gain an additional use of Channel Divinity, and your lightning damage will now push enemies back 3 meters. This combo with Create Water lets you knock enemies back at the start of their turn, potentially pushing them off cliffs or keeping them from getting too close. This will significantly improve your survivability. Now, core items. I wrote the location of the items in the video description. In Act 1, for helmets there aren't any particularly important ones. I recommend using the Haste Helm early on, as it increases your movement distance, which is useful in the early stages. It pairs well with the Crusher's Ring. For robes, go with the Protecty Sparkswall or the Infernal Robe, which you can receive as a reward from Mizora after killing Karlach. For gloves, start by using the Bracers of Defense, and later switch to the Gloves of Belligerent Skies, which can be found in the Rosamorn Monastery at Kresh Yelek. Pair them with the Ring of Protection, which you receive as a reward for completing Mole's Quest in Act 1 to boost your AC. For boots, equip the Boots of Stormy Clamour and the Watersparkers. If you find yourself in a situation where you need to combat on water, equip the Watersparkers and pair them with the Sparkswall ring, which grants immunity to lightning damage. This way, you'll be able to move freely across electrified water without taking any damage. The Watersparkers can be found inside the chest next to Mintara at the Goblin Camp. For necklaces, equip the Psychic Spark, which you can buy from Blurg. After completing Omalum's quest in the Underdark, you can buy the Pearl of Power Amulet, which is great for recovering spell slots when using sorcery points. For rings, equip the Ring of Protection, which you can get from Moll's quest, and Crusher's Ring, which you can steal from Crusher at the Goblin Camp. The core items in Act 1 are the Spellsparkler and Phalar Aluve. Early on, you'll want to activate the Shriek effect from Phalar Aluve and use the lightning charges from Spellsparkler to deal damage with Magic Missile. Since the Shriek effect only triggers when you're within 6 meters of the enemy, it's a good idea to equip the Haste Helm and Crusher's Ring, and cast Enhanced Leap before combat to stay mobile. For bows, equip the Bow of Awareness, which you can purchase from Roa Moonglow at the Goblin Camp. It's great for boosting your initiative. In Act 2, for helmets, equip the Fistbreaker Helm, which you can purchase from Lantarv at Moonrise Towers. If you want to stack Arcane Acuity using the thunder damage from Phalar Aluve for CC, you can opt for the Hat of Storm Scion's Power, sold by Araj Abladra. For cloaks, purchase the Cloak of Protection from Morley Grey at the Last Light Inn. For necklaces, equip the Spineshudder Amulet, which you can get by killing the Mimic in Isabel's room at Moonrise Towers. Also, don't forget to get the Spellcrux Amulet by killing the Warden in the underground prison at Moonrise Towers. This necklace is an excellent swap item as it allows you to restore a 6th level spell slot once. For rings, equip the Callous Glow Ring, which can be found in the Gauntlet of Shar, and the Coruscation Ring, which you can pick up in the basement of the Last Light Inn. It's also useful to purchase the Ring of Free Action from Araj Abladra at Moonrise Towers. It's a good idea to switch them out depending on the situation, making the most of the items you've acquired. For bows, purchase the Near Misser from Roa Moonglow at Moonrise Towers. It will greatly aid you in combat. In Act 3, for helmets, you can choose between the Birthright, sold at the Sorceress Sundries, or the Hood of the Weave, sold by Mystic Carrion, depending on your taste. Since I've already secured enough spell save DC from other items, I opted for the Birthright. For cloaks, equip the Cloak of the Weave, which you can buy from Helsik. For gloves, either kill or pickpocket Lucretious at the Circus of the Last Days to get the Spellmight gloves. These gloves give you a Mighty 5 penalty on attack rolls, but they deal an extra 1d8 damage. Since Lightning Bolt and Chain Lightning don't require attack rolls, these gloves are perfect for maximizing your lightning damage. Or kill Gortash and swap the gloves for the Gauntlet of the Tyrant to increase your spell save DC. For bows, equip the Hellrider Longbow, which you can purchase from Ferg Droger in Livington. For the necklace, go with the Amulet of the Devout, found in the underground of the Stormshore Tabernacle. This amulet is especially useful because it grants you an additional use of Channel Divinity. Here's how to quickly get to the lower city and get the Amulet of the Devout. The most important items in Act 3 are Markoheshikir and the Robe of the Weave, both found at the Sorceress Sundries. You can get these items quickly and without combat. After your first encounter with Loroakan, head downstairs and select the stone slab labeled Below. If you haven't received the eye implant from Volo, make sure you have Detect Invisibility activated. Since you'll need to pass intelligence checks, I recommend equipping the Warped Headband of Intellect, which you can get by killing Lump the Ogre in Act 1, and the Mage's Friend, which can be found in the Arcane Tower. And don't forget to cast Guidance before making any dice rolls to boost your chances. Lastly, you can get the Staff of Spellpower from the House of Hope, which allows you to cast a 6th level spell one more time. You can dual wield it with Markoheshikir. The gameplay for the Tempest Sorcerer revolves around using Markoheshikir to activate Kreska's favor, Bolts of Doom, followed by using Metamagic Quicken to cast Create Water, then striking with lightning attacks. Depending on the situation, you can use Twinned or Distant to secure more attack opportunities. Since this build cannot learn the 6th level spell Chain Lightning, it's crucial to frequently level up in front of merchants or after supplies-free long rests to reset shops and acquire scrolls when they refresh. If you're low on gold, you'll need to pickpocket to get the scrolls. That's it for the Tempest Sorcerer build guide. I went through a lot of trial and error while trying out this build for the first time, so I sincerely appreciate your patience and support throughout my journey. Next up is the Shadow Monk. I hope you'll look forward to it. Thank you!